Hello, my name's Alex, and this is a video about the real-life MPG of my NC750X. I use an Android called Fuelio to record the mileage and fuel consumption, and it ranges from February 21 to August 2022. What the NC750 in 2019 brand new. So here's the screenshots from 2021 onwards, all the way up to August, and we'll go through them to let you have a look at them. The very first one, February 21, was the first entry into this application, and it was a full tank, and there you can see the mileage was 2,849 miles. The first entry on refill, we got an average out of that tank at 82 miles at a cost of 6.6 pence per mile. It was regular fuel, and it cost me £12.81 on the 16th of March to fill the tank. Mileage, of course, was 3,039, so that was 190 miles out of that tank, and that's about the range I get from it, 180, 190, just depending. I could easily get over 200, I'm quite sure about that, but I don't let it run that low. So if you go through, you can see February, you can see March, you can see April and May, and I'll let you just have a look. Feel free, of course, to pause the video to review these figures. But this is real life. Every time I fill the tank, it's to the brim. I take a note of the mileage, I take a note of the fuel, the number of litres that I put in the tank, and the cost per litre, and the application does the rest. So you can see I get a regularly good 70-80 in the early days of the bike. It's fine. So the next months that we've got, you can see we've got some more May, June, July and August up to 2021. You can see I'm getting at one point 90 odd miles, 93.23 I think is the highest I've had, and that was a cost of 6.3 pence despite the increase in costs. Of course, fuel has risen astronomically, which is outrageous, but this is as cheap as transport as you're going to get, so who says we're not green with those kind of returns. You can see on there that some of the mileage is 7 pence per mile, and it shows in the last few months it's virtually doubled. Not far from doubled, it's not quite, but it's almost there. Here's the next set, and you can see that it's August and September. The thing I'd like to point out to you here is that up to August 2021 I used regular fuel in the bike. I then switched over to Ultimate because I didn't fancy putting that sticky goo in my tank, and I thought for the extra few pence per mile it's well worth. So you can see that I'm hitting regularly over 7 pence per mile, still getting terrific miles to the gallon, high 80s on a regular occasion. Occasionally it goes down. It probably reflects the fact that I've done a lot more town driving on a lot of these things, and hadn't actually got the bike over 30 or even 40 miles an hour. Hopefully you're finding this a little bit interesting or useful in some shape or form for your own motorcycle. Thoroughly recommend the Fuelio app because it helps you understand your fuel and mileage and all that good stuff. So here we are, October 21, December, January, what else do we have? Yeah, it goes up to March. So you can see we're getting around the 80s, sometimes quite low. The winter times I've noticed mileage goes down, MPG. But you can see my mileage on the bike is climbing. 6,500 miles on here. It must be pointed out that I've got the use of, well, during this period, another motorbike. I have two motorbikes, and recently I've added a third, so the mileage is not piling on as much as I would, but the bikes get used all year round. They're not garage showpieces, that's for sure. So there we are, we're coming up to date, April, May, June. The last box is a duplicate. I've got the wrong one in there, but you get the idea. The whole idea is that you're getting to see the cost of the miles per gallon. You can see that we're around here hitting the 9 pence per gallon, and even more in some cases, 9.5 pence. The final window will show you that we're creating towards 11p per mile. NC's a brilliant bike. Does everything, comfortable, great MPG, and quick enough for certainly around the town. That's for sure. And here we are on the final window. That brings us up to date, just under 8,000 miles on the bike. And you can see the cost per mile is 10.4 in there, 10.3. So it's fair gone. So regular rate is fuel costs have rocketed 6p per mile in 21 to 11p per mile in 22. Hopefully you found this video of some use. And thanks for watching. The video in the background is me running about in and around the Sidlaw Hills. That was in 2021. Okay, thanks for watching.